Hello, what is up guys? Evildoers Time here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most recent patch that came to Black Desert on May 22nd of 2024, going over all the events as well as the major changes, that way you don't miss a thing. This week's patch brings a couple of cool second anniversary of the self-publishing events, so we got cool stuff there, and a ton of changes to Node Wars. So quickly before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or you've been watching videos on the channel and still have not subscribed yet, please consider it. Helps to grow my channel, you stay up to date with new content, and we both win. And without further ado, let's get into it and start off with the events like we do every single week, and start off with those second anniversary events. The first of these second anniversary events is themed around the Boss Blitz game mode, so completing Calamity level 7 is going to give you bonus rewards greater than you would typically get. You're also going to get additional loot every time via an event quest as you complete those with the same stuff that you're used to seeing. But yeah, so pretty cool little event there if you do the Boss Blitz game mode. The second one is going to be awesome for anybody that does any amount of grinding or life skilling, specifically gathering. You're going to be getting free value packs. Free value packs. So whenever you're out there gathering, killing mobs, all sorts of stuff, little chests might spawn. If you interact with the chest, you will get a 2-hour value pack. So if you're doing life skilling, you know, pick those up, get some bonus storage weight. If you're out grinding, super useful. Really, really awesome little event. We've done these with Blessings of Chemislivia as well as with the Book of Old Moons. So yeah, a cool event. Awesome when it comes around. This one is pretty slick. And the third and final second anniversary event is a silver shop that's opening up in the game. For that, press the escape key on the keyboard, click on the pearl shop icon in the top corner here, and you should see, under the loyalties and silver items, a silver event items tab, and then you will see a global self-publishing pack right here. So this is available one time per family for 35 days. You got quite a few weeks to pick this up. If you look at the event page, every single week a new one of these is going to pop up there for you to redeem. So again, bunch of free stuff for free silver there. The next event that we're going to take a look at is a Red Battlefield event. So if we're partaking in the Red Battlefield from Wednesday through Saturday, through May 22nd to May 25th, so this week only, you're going to get bonus rewards for out there completing the Red Battlefield. So again, pretty cool if you like doing PvP content. And then the final thing we're going to look at before we get into the patch notes is the winners of the cosplay contest, just because, you know, why not? These were some pretty sick outfits. So yeah, shout out to everybody who put in for these. These are fantastic work, much better than anything I would ever come out of that. I mean, the closest I can get is like cosplaying as my Musa every day, so, you know, it's not going to work. But anyway, pretty awesome stuff, so shout out to everybody that did that. And with that, we're now going to move on into the patch notes themselves, and the patch notes, like I said, bring a ton of changes to the Node Wars. There is a full-on video posted by Black Desert for this, so if you are big into PvP, I would strongly recommend watching the Black Desert version of this video than me, since I'm a PV tree player, and I cut down trees, not my opponent's knees. But yeah, this patch note section is pretty much entirely about the Node Wars. Like, they just keep going and going and going and going and going. This section of the patch notes is so long they even give you music to play while you're reading through it. So, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to try and give you my best overview of this as a generic overview. If you are a big PvP player, you definitely want to read through this in a lot more detail. Watch the video that the game put out here. Definitely get more information on it than you're going to get from me. But just for a generic overview of everything going on, Node Wars are going to take place for the time slots that you see on your screen every single day except for Saturday. These Node Wars can be registered for 1 hour after the previous days up until 1 hour before the most recent days. You need at least 10 people on your guild online to be able to partake in them. And you're going to register for various groups, so we'll get down to a map of all the different groups and how all that works in a second. 15 minutes before the war begins, you're going to have your confirmation about what's going on and all that. And the majority of this can be accessed and viewed in-game by pressing the escape key on the keyboard, the F7 key on the keyboard, and hitting the Node War button down here, which for me is on 0. So you can request different matches based on your stat limits and different regions, etc., etc., etc. These stat limits, as well as the number of players that can participate in each region, are limited based on the region that you're selecting. So you can see the different stat lines when I had the menu open a second ago. They got the little cutout right here. Stats, etc., controlled by those different registrations. Node Wars are now going to be conducted over territories, so the different regions will be split into territories that you can fight over. Depending on the number of participating guilds, you will have different numbers of guilds partaking over different regions. What do I mean by that? For example, if there's 3 guilds, there'll be 3 guilds fighting over 1 Node 4. If it's 4 guilds fighting over 2, etc., 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 working up the more guilds that you have, essentially. In-game, there'll be a status widget to keep track of the progress of the war and what's taking what. You'll also be able to see the durability of the various forts and who's taking them. As far as objectives, the guilds are going to be fighting over these neutral forts, again, which are determined based on the number of participating guilds. As your guild takes control of it, you'll gain temporary ownership. If you are the final guild standing, when the time runs out, you'll be able to claim the fort overall and get the wins and blah, 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 blah. There's a bunch of items that you can build and craft for the various node war activities, so like a Hwacha or a whole bunch of other stuff. After you gain control of territories, you're going to get a bunch of rewards for it, including a node tax, so taxes to the guild funds. And you're going to get personal rewards as well for completing the various combat, as well as a participation reward somewhere down in all of this. I read through it, I promise, but yeah, depending on what you do, how you rank, etc., you will get different rewards. There's new titles for Node Wars that you can pick up. Some guild skills have been updated and changed because of Node Wars. And then a couple other little tweaks and stuff throughout here. But again, if you are big into PvP, I would strongly recommend reading through that yourself, because again, that is like the entirety of the patch, or at least watch the summary overview video that they put out. Plus, who wouldn't want to listen to CMNLave narrate a video for you? I mean, definitely got to do it. But that's it for the Node War content. We can get into the other stuff with this patch, and it's really light after that. So we got a couple little mob changes. So Darkseeker's Retreat has a drop rate decrease due to an increase in the number of mobs that'll spawn in the location. Ash Forest and Tungrid Ruins got some changes to how far mobs are going to chase you for. And a couple little quick tweaks to the Trial of Etheria as well. A new questline has been added called Journey to Alakita with Rupee. This is a pretty cool quest, gives you some bonus contribution EXP as well as some knowledge for playing through it, so if you're a quester, something cool there. And then that's pretty much it for this patch. So now it's your turn to let me know in the comments down below what you think of this patch. Excited for any of the PvP content, excited for the free value packs. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to in this patch. Let me know down below. And finally, one last little announcement. My work schedule has changed once again. So for those of you that have been watching my Twitch live streams, you know I streamed during the weekdays sometimes on the weekends, because my schedule was kind of all over the place. I was working weekends, weekdays, nights, all over the place. I'm back to a Monday through Friday work schedule in the real world, so hopefully that means a little bit easier, more regular content creation, more weekend live streams, and I get to spend more time with all y'all. So looking forward to it. Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes at the last one too. Really do appreciate that. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you at the next YouTube video, the next Twitch live stream, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.